I'm Marc Stolfi. I did all this work, and I say that only because all I did was paint a few things and draw a few things. This is my wife, Laura. She organized everything. She hung everything. She framed a lot of what you see here. She is the reason that I'm here, and everything that I do is because she's with me. Don't cry. No, I'm a disorganized artist. I'm a typical artist. I'm all over the board, and she does everything. She's like a personal secretary. She's my framer. She's my model. This is her and all these pieces back here.
She does all the hard work.
She does all the hard work, and I just sit in my studio and paint like a cranky artist and say, you have to get the kids out of here because I can't work. So, but I'd like to thank her, first of all. I'd like to thank Mark Johnston back there because he's sponsoring all this, and he gave me the space and the time, and he's been a gracious host, and he's been fantastic. And other people would not support me because some of my work is of a political nature, and apparently if you are conservative and you are controversial, you don't have a right to the First Amendment. But if you're on the other side, you can say and do whatever you want, and people will throw money at you, and you have shows in New York. But I appreciate, Mark, thank you very much, sir. Angelo. He was very gracious. Everybody here, everybody who works here at Connecticut Casualty, they put up with us drilling holes when they're on the phone, and we're trying, we stop drilling because we hear a phone call, and then we start drilling again, and everybody was fantastic. So we appreciate everybody here. They've been very gracious. They've been very friendly. They put on a great spread. Obviously, look at this. It's a great environment. And I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank all of you for taking time out of your day to come here and be with us and view some of the work and hopefully meet some people and discuss what's going on in the world. All the pretty pictures are things that I did, and I still do. But the work back here, the political work, is something that needed to be said in my view. And I did them in charcoal because I can work quickly and it's very immediate, and these things are burning in my head. And sometimes Laura gets mad at me because I listen to the radio and I swear in front of the kids and I say, what the heck am I doing here? Why am I in Connecticut? Why am I taxed out of my skull? And why are they taking all my guns away? And why can't I can't trust my kids in public school? And then I'm insane and I run around like a crazy man and I'm angry. And but the bottom line is, I feel like God gave me talent, and these things, the political things, needed to be said. This had to come out of me. Pretty pictures will sell eventually, and I still have that need to do those. But the political work up here is my vision of what is happening right now. And I think people don't understand that. You hear one thing on the news, well, they're spying on us now. Your phone calls are being, you know what, I don't do anything wrong. It's not a big deal. Okay, but, well, now they're forcing churches to pay for abortions for their employees. Yeah, you know what, I'm not a Catholic, or I'm not this, it doesn't affect me. Homeschooling, well, I'm not a homeschooler, so that doesn't affect me. But you take everything in context, and when you see everything that's going on, and we're bombarded daily, we don't have the time to pay attention. We're raising kids, and we have jobs, and we have families, and we have sick grandparents and parents, and it's hard to pay attention. It's hard for me to pay attention. The only focus that I have, that I can quantify everything that's going on, is through my artwork. It's visual for me. So my intent with these drawings is to give a visual reference to what's going on right now in the country. And it's negative in a lot of ways, but there's something positive about it. I know a lot of these things look dark, but everyone is here and you talk to people and you realize that, you know what? You know, this person thinks the same way I do. Well, why don't we say something? Why are we afraid to say what's on our mind? You know, we've been conditioned to, yeah, we don't want to offend anybody. Yeah, well,
No,
one thing about me, I get it from my dad, he's somewhere back there, but we're not afraid to say what's on our mind. And I'm not afraid to say what's on my mind here, and I will defend what I say, and I will speak to anyone who disagrees. I don't mean to start a fight, but I will certainly defend my point of view with my pastor who was here, and we were talking about George Washington and how they changed the history books. You don't learn about George Washington anymore in the history books. You don't learn about the Revolution anymore. You don't learn about that 1/3 of the population who started this country. 2/3 of the population were either, well, 1/3 was ambivalent and the other third was fighting for the British. So you had 1/3 of the population of the United States made this country. Imagine back then you're looking around and you go, well, this is my neighbor, you know, he doesn't agree with me, and I can't say this because I'll get in trouble or I'll get thrown in jail, and I can't have this weapon because they're going to come and take it. And I just think it's interesting, and I'm blessed because all you are here. I think a lot of us are on the same page, and if not, that's fine. I'm happy to have anybody look at the work and view it, and maybe it'll get you thinking, maybe it'll change your mind, maybe it won't. But bottom line is, I thank God for my wife, my family, my parents, my mother and my stepdad Dave, who took the kids out of our hands while we were setting all this up. And I'm very blessed and lucky, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who came here and viewed the work, and I hope you enjoy yourselves, have a drink, have some food, and I appreciate all of you. So thank you very much. Now I need a beer.
Well done, brother.